That's my horn. What's up, y'all? This is welcome to the Madness Collective. I am Crescent. My co-host is Antoine.
Hey, niggas.
He's the man who operates the horn.
I do.
That could go a couple different ways. What's up? Welcome to the Madness Collective, where we recap the fucking insane ass headlines.
Damn. Okay.
You know what's wild is because initially I was like, you know how usually there's like a big story, at least.
Yeah.
There wasn't until the Michael Cohen stuff. But right, so as I'm collecting headlines last night, I was like, okay, and then I'm finding, Bossip. Thank you, Bossip. It's just like
Bossip and TMZ always are good resources. I used to go to Daily Mail. I used to go to Daily Mail every day. I just can't support Piers Morgan, though. I just can't do it. They used to be my site, though.
Facts. Love your background. We will get started.
Thanks. Okay. I'm in my kitchen.
You ain't been
here in a while. One of these days we go tape an episode here and you'll be like, oh my God, this is a completely different apartment. But
I mean, from what I be peeping, from the backdrop, I'm like, I don't know what that place is. Hey, Callum. Yes, coming in hot with the Monday energy. That's right. Because I'm gonna announce this at the top of the show. I'm gonna try and announce it in the middle. I'm gonna try and announce it at the end. I'm gonna be taking a break. So I got tonight and Wednesday, just giving y'all a heads up. Okay. All right. For reasons. No, I love Antoine. It's just reasons. I gotta step back for 2 seconds. That's it. Sorry. Okay. Tonight, the former fixer, Michael Cohen, testifies today. CEO of Top Dawg Entertainment says the Kendrick Drake beef is over. We shall see. Anita Baker's no shows. Sorry. Mary was so mad she created a festival for women. The Law of Roach. I love him. Antoine.
I do too. I do too. I just, we'll talk about it when we get to it. I do love him though. I want to be clear on that. I love him.
Yeah. CRANKY Clarence Thomas. The Black Twitter documentary, which I haven't watched yet, but curious to hear your thoughts if you have. But first, Trump mentions one of his favorite fictional movie characters. And I don't know if you already know, y'all watching. Just in case you don't, Antoine, you want to roll that footage?
Yeah, I am. I have a different screen, and this motherfucker is weird. I can't read shit.
It's all good. Yeah, see, I didn't even know what title officially.
I was going to put underneath it in small, like, also Jesus is real, but I just didn't.
Hey, Danielle. Oh, my God. All right, while you're pulling it up, like I said, it's all a bunch of headlines. There was a couple other things, and maybe like I'll mention them at the very end, but Puffy's son, King Combs versus 50 Cent. Like, it's just a bunch of shit just started like percolating. All right, you can.
50's reaction was hilarious to that, but let me take this part off so everybody can see.
Yeah, Jason, Law Roach, he stepped back for a minute, but we will discuss it. Okay, so this was at this was in Jersey over the weekend where they said there was a crowd of 80,000. First of all,
that sound like some what I like to call Farrakhan math. When I went to the Million Man March, Farrakhan swore it was a million niggas here. I was like, I was there. It was not a million.
So, yeah, allegedly, from there they said 80. But first of all, there was another event, or like it's a big vacation space, so there was already a lot of people there. So they were capitalizing on an already existing crowd. And then there's video of you seeing people just walking away, just leaving. Yeah. So,
all right, here we go.
Okay. Oh, no, I can't hear it. Can you hear it?
You can't hear it? Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm sorry. Okay. I rebooted. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Yeah.
So,
give me 1 second.
Yeah, then they were showing pictures. You know how the MAGA crowd lies about everything. So they were like, yeah, this is New Jersey going to go for Trump. No, fuck it.
No.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen The Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lector. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner as this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. We have people that are being released into our country that we don't want in our country.
What, you want Hannibal supposed to eat him? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Bring it in. Bring it in. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey, Tony. So there was another clip that didn't show. I wanted to show as much of that part as possible, but there's another clip that cuts off and then it goes to them quoting Biden, who like at a meeting was like, he's unhinged.
Yes.
He's like, he was already a little crazy, but he is legitimately unhinged. What's up? So I don't.
Excuse me. I don't even. I'm running out of shit to say.
There's nothing to say. So that was over the weekend. Maybe he was prepping himself to deal with Michael Cohen today. I don't know. So interestingly enough, not interestingly enough, but there's all the speculation of like, will Michael Cohen be able to keep his cool? You know, he's going to have a credibility issue, blah, 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 blah. Michael came in there cool as a fan, but also one of the MSNBC people said that, you know, he also actually looked a little, I don't say nervous, but just like legitimately aware of like the significance of today in his testimony, right? Like you could, from somebody who was this man's heavy, right? A fixer and is always popping off at the mouth himself. The gravity of the moment was clear for him. And he was, whatchamacallit, Katie Fang. So, you know, my girl Rachel. So I had my notes and then I caught the top of Rachel's show. Rachel was like just gleeful the way she was like breaking it down. So People's Exhibit 35, this bank statement, I was trying to find it, Antoine, so we could show it as an image. I'm gonna get to it, but just to set us up again. Why we are here. Prosecutors allege that Trump falsified business records to cover up his reimbursement to Michael Cohen, right? That he made to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. And remember, Cohen went to federal prison over this transaction because he broke campaign finance laws. Okay, that happened. So this is where, so there was a presidential run there was a doorman story that like Michael Cohen was dealing with that allegedly there was a love child out there. There's all these situations. So one thing, Cohen was like, really, I just needed my money back from me paying.
That's the part. I'm like, wait, I'm sure somebody on Black Twitter that said, this nigga said, run me my goddamn money, run me my money.
Period. So a couple things. So Rachel was like, you know, when you're watching a movie or Agatha Christie or something, and like, you're all like, I don't know what these different pieces mean. And she's like, then these two characters get together and talk and then everything like falls into place. So, right. Look, Colin said I would vote for Hannibal Lecter over Cheeto. Yeah, I think so too. Oh. Okay, so just about what Cohen explains thoroughly to everybody today is part of the reason why Cohen took out a home equity line of credit is because there was no paper trail for that. It was a paperless deduction of money, right? And he was also trying to get this shit handled. For his wife was like, what's popping, right? Why is this money missing?
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that was part of it. He was like, you know, I don't want a paper trail for a bunch of reasons. So, you know, I'm taking out this money and I need to put it back quickly, right? So he was getting a larger payout. So here's the other thing too. So he had been a lawyer for the Trump organization, right? Salaried. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now what needs to happen is he has to get the money back, the 130 plus other money's owed, because what they're doing is firing him, he's no longer going to be, there is a bug in my house that was just like, I'm gonna just linger right here. Anyway, so he's like, okay, I'm going to leave the Trump organization as a salaried employee, and I'm going to become the lawyer, the president, the attorney for the president, right? Because Trump has won, okay? Right. And so part of the reason why that was going to happen is because he needed to be reimbursed. It would have looked weird if they had reimbursed him while he's collecting a salary, right? So they're like, okay, this is how we're going to do this. Okay. So because that was how it was going to go down, we got the 130, we got other monies he's owed. There's some bonus money that never got collected when it's supposed to. Also, they were accounting for the taxes that he was going to have to pay on whatever that amount was. So they threw in some more money for that, right? So it comes up to about $420. Okay. Yeah. This is so great. So People's Exhibit 35 is a bank statement that is the smoking gun. So it's showing the payment that was made. Then there's handwritten notes from Cohen and Weisselberg. Right. Okay. Right. So then they talked about the payments. Weisselberg and Cohen, then they went to Trump's office and they sit down, and Cohen wanted in one lump sum. He's like, run me my 420, just, one check. And Weisselberg and Trump were like, no, we should spread it out over 12 months. Okay. And it was going to be paid out as legal services rendered. So everything spelled out clearly, succinctly. This was going to happen in February, not January, because January is hectic. I had a doomsday inauguration speech to make. You know what I'm saying? Right. So then Trump approves it. And the prosecution is asking, they're like, so did he try and renegotiate? Cohen said no, he approved it. Right? Didn't he? Was like, this is what we've all agreed on.
Right.
And so it's right. So the whole thing is, this is disguised to be future payment as counsel. Right. Again, there's this whole plan. Like, this is how we're setting this up so that it looks this way and not what it actually is, which is a campaign finance issue. Right. So Katie Fang was on MSNBC, was just like, it was elegant the way the prosecution just laid it out with question after question. And she said that they didn't really do, there was not a lot of objections from the defense.
Right.
So Cohen was just able to tell the story.
Right.
She said jury was just busily taking notes.
Yeah.
And then someone else said on Twitter, they asked a friend of theirs who's I think a defense attorney, what did they think about today? And they were like, he should be trying to figure out a plea deal.
Oh, really? They think it's that bad? Because, that was the thing, again, not being a lawyer. It seemed like when people were questioning whether or not, because the first thing that pops in my mind is he's lied before, and his job was to, he's just surrounded. His job involves lies. He just lies. He's like a big liar. But what I kept hearing was that it was, the difference is, if you tell a lie and then you say, well, hey, I'm reneging on that lie, or whatever that word is, there's corroborating evidence to support your revised statement. And that's what I kept reading, was that's why this is so important.
Right. There's that. Also, the lying he was doing initially, as far as these lies that we care about, was he was lying to protect Trump initially. Right. And then there was also some lies about, some documents to avoid some tax shit. Who ain't done that? Whatever, fuck. Right. So, right. So, but this, to your point, exactly what you said is, he's gone to jail. He has been saying nothing but fuck Trump since then. The story, ever since he came fully correct, story ain't changed, okay? And now we have documents. Right, Colin said, when your fixer hates you, maybe that's a flag. Right. And so another thing that he said is, Trump was trying to instruct him to delay paying Stormy Daniels for as long as possible because he's cheap as fuck. And his point was, if I win, it will be irrelevant. What's she gonna do? I'm president now. And if he loses, I'm not gonna care. That's that guy.
That's a way to move, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, and also, of course, he wasn't trying to pay Michael the full 420. That was the other thing too. And
I mean, if I put this money out there and you telling me you go put me on a fucking payment plan, nigga, it's not a toaster. Where the fuck is my money at? Where's my money? My wife is asking, I ain't fucked in a week. Where's my money at, nigga? You fucking up my life.
Run me my dollars.
Yes.
Okay. Also, and I think we may have talked about this on Friday or last Wednesday, Michael Cohen thought he was actually going to get a position in the White House, not this title, and then never actually be there. But, so that didn't pan out either. So he's simmering. Okay.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of, you having that guy. It's like, I got my right-hand guy. He know where the bodies are buried. And then when you get what you want, you have dinner with the nigga and shoot him in the head afterwards because he's a liability. That's exactly what happened here. But you don't do that to a liability. No, you should have shot him. You should have shot him because he know where all the bodies are at. You were stupid.
What's interesting is that there was a couple different things that were mentioned today. One is part of the reason why Trump did not want to bring Michael Cohen along is because he was trying to, paint a certain picture of well, shit, I won. now let me make sure it looks like I have a legitimate team in place, right? And because Michael Cohen a little rough around the edges, and he's been the fixer, right? He's been heavy,
and he's got a reputation that precedes him as well. Yeah, that just wouldn't have been a good look.
Right. So yeah, I don't want that element with me in the White House, even though you's the worst element of all.
Right. It's like, you know, it's almost like it feels like the slave trade. Like you would sneak into the slave quarters and fuck a black woman under the cover of night, but you won't walk down the street with her. That's exactly what this feels like. Michael Cohen is a black female slave equivalent in 2024.
Wait, first of all, the fact that that's the analogy is fucking hilarious. But here's the thing, adding another layer onto it, though. Okay, so actually, let's see if this analogy can still work. The one thing Nicole Wallace points out, though, is you didn't want to bring your fixer with you because, you know, how he's rough. Yeah. But you ended up trying to turn other people in your orbit into him, right? Like you were trying to get other, Rudy. Right, you trying to get other people to do that type of dirt that he did. So you still craving, you know, that black vagina.
Oh, it's the story of America.
Lord Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh, child.
That's the thing, is like cats are like, yeah, but in his orbit, people are disposable. Does not matter what you've been doing for him. Tony said Mike should have been found in cars under strange circumstances if he was going to do this. His cheapness is doing him in. That's if somebody said that. I forgot where I heard it today, but they were like, somebody did try and counsel Trump and be like, yo, just pay him the money. Like, what you doing? Like, it ain't worth it.
All he had to do. Wouldn't be dealing with this at all.
He's so fucking cheap. God damn. It's like you're terrible and cheap. God, evil and cheap. Just how is that the
evil and cheap?
How is that the combination?
Honestly, in 2024, it's more evil to be cheap to most people than to be evil.
Facts.
Nigga, you took a fake Gucci bag to the party. I mean, nigga, you're the devil. You're literally the devil.
I cannot speak to you anymore.
No, fuck you. I wish you were never born. Fuck your kid. Fuck your kids too.
Wait, I hate you like Kendrick hates Drake. Oh, Jesus. What's up, CJ? Tony said a true fixer is a precious thing indeed. Okay, let's just stop right there, okay? Just that first line, just that first sentence. Can I get that like embroidered on like a pillow or a t-shirt? A true fixer is a precious thing indeed. You can't just get rid of one and pick up a satisfactory one off the shelf.
Yeah. I mean, this motherfucker, he should moving in a political direction. You should have at least watched Scandal. I mean, Scandal should have taught this man to be terrified of Michael Cohen if put in the wrong situation. It should have terrified him.
Antoine, speaking of another black woman, all these white men was chasing. I'm just saying, your analogy just keep on going.
I mean, yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Speaking of, beefs, I think we were. I did mention Drake and Kendrick because, of course, I did. So, allegedly, it's over, maybe, right now. So, Anthony Top Dawg, is it Tiffith? I don't know how to say his last name.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, and that's the wrong.
So, he's the CEO of Top Dawg Entertainment. He says the rap beef is over. So, just to clarify who this guy is. So, they concentrate on artist management, publishing, and merchandising. They work with the big 3 record companies. So they basically had they currently have 11 artists signed to them, but like flagship artists included SZA, J-Rock, Absol, Schoolboy Q, obviously, and Kendrick. I don't think he's still with them though. I think they're still
cool. He's got his own label. I think it's called PG Lang. That's the one that Baby Keem is on. I thought just like Drake thought, maybe it's a light-skinned people thing. I thought that there was some bad blood between them, but clearly there is not. No.
Yeah. So, and this is what he said on Twitter. He said, "This battle is over. A win for the culture. while keeping it all on wax, mostly, especially when these publications try to make it something else. We proved them wrong. That's a victory within itself. On another note, it's time to wrap up the TDE 20-year anniversary compilation. Sure, you got shout out your own shit. So I'm like, shots fired in Toronto notwithstanding, of course.
Yeah.
Guess Randall security guards are kind of disposable. So,
Yeah, because it's one, because now it's actually 4 situations. It was the weekend situation, which some people feel like ain't got nothing to do with it, but the nigga is on one of the records, so I'm including it. The weekends guy, then the security guard, and then now 2 people have tried to break into Drake's house. Yeah, so, yeah, and I mean, obviously, we don't know that has anything to do with Kendrick directly, but these fans are wild. Because I believe members, I believe Barb's and Beehive members will find you out in the streets. Like, so it can escalate. And that don't mean that Beyonce or Nicki has anything to do with that, but yeah. I hope it's over. I'm tired.
Yeah. I think, and maybe what Anthony is referring to is that neither the artist got shot at.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Why did I yesterday we took my mom to go get a puppy. She got the cutest puppy. When I take some pictures, I'll show it to y'all. But afterwards, because we were gone for it was at least 2 hours, because you got to be interviewed, you got to do all this other stuff. So afterwards, everybody was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want to get something to eat." I had to go take care of some business, and then I told my family I'd be back. And while I was gone, I heard it wasn't Not Like Us. I don't remember which song it was, but I immediately started thinking about the Chinese food place in Toronto, and I wanted some Chinese food. So I went to the Golden Pheasant. That's the closest one near me. And I forgot it was Mother's Day. They were like, it's an hour for even a pickup order. So I ended up getting a burrito.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I got my Chinese food today, though.
Okay, why don't you got it at some point?
Yes.
So Jason did ask, wait, did anyone factually connect these shootings and or break-ins to the records? No, not yet.
No.
But, most of us.
Yeah, I mean, just logistically, practically speaking, not saying that the camps had anything to do with it. That's why I brought up the rabid fans, because it sounds like adjacent proximity, fans, whatever, are probably connected to that. But we don't know that for sure.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. So we just look, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. Where's that? Allegedly. It's all it is.
Roll it. What's funny is this account I follow, NFR podcast, they're the ones, like, every time in my timeline, it's Not Like Us breaks the records for the most songs. Like, the number just keeps getting like higher and higher in terms of like what it's the records that is broke. And then the BBL Drizzy compilations are everywhere. This
man.
is what I'm gonna say. I think Drake via IG yesterday said "Good Times, Summer Vibes" up next, and he released an image of I don't know what this is, but I guess there's a summer album coming from Drake.
They're both about to drop an album, I guarantee, and both of them will be fine. I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine. I guess certain niggas gonna have to watch what they say moving forward, though.
Oh, so last thing possibly I'm gonna say about it, at least tonight, is the receipts that continue to come out, though, with regard to Drake. I mean, some stuff we knew about. The Millie Bobby Brown. I always forget how to say her first name. Mm-hmm. Right? She very innocently was talking about it on the red carpet. She's like, "Yeah, I mean, Drake is so cool." Like, and you're like, "Why is he texting? Like, what?" Like, it was just weird. But not in her head, But yeah, she's 14, 15, right?
Right.
So then, and there's a girl he pulled on stage, a 17-year-old, where he was like, "Oh, you're too young, but why your body look like this? You so thick, and I love your breast on my chest." Gross.
Right. It was.
So there's other stuff just in terms of lyrics. I think on all the Dogs, I forgot which track it is. I would have to double check, but he's mentioning like all these women's names, which rappers do that, right? Like. Right. Shirley's old school name, but Cynthia, whatever, right? Yeah, but it's like 8 names, I think he says. And what I never knew, Antoine, is because I never, hey Trish, what's up, girl? What I did not realize was that, because I never saw the video for it. I don't really catch videos anymore. Like, I got to go look for them.
The video where all the exposés, there's a video of everything, or there's a video of a specific one?
No, this a music video for this song, for this track.
Okay.
Yeah, where he's mentioning the women's names. Every time he says a name, there's a dog with a collar around his neck that has the woman's name on it.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's Snoop Dogg. That's Snoop Dogg level.
And this is a song that came out within the past year.
Because it's, I guess it's because it's off his album's called For All the Dogs. That must be why that's so. That don't justify it.
No. Then one of Kendrick's allegations is, call him a nympho and weird shit that he liked to do with women without saying any details. Just, although I would have to go back and parse it because, this whole thing really should be a course, this Kendrick Drake beef. Right. But somebody pointed out, rumor has it, allegedly, some model that he dated said he likes to try and get women to throw up into dog bowls as some weird ass kink he got going on. I hope it's not true, but like seeing the video with the dog and the like, I was like, nigga, you telling on yourself.
Yeah, I need proof of that. I can't. I don't want to put that in the ether. That's pretty bad. Look, I'm the most sexually progressive person on this panel in terms of telling y'all to not, judge people for their kinks. But the one thing with kinks is that you got to keep it safe. You want people getting fucking viral and bacterial infections from having a little adult happy fun time. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. That's a weird one, but I have heard of this before.
I have not. I'm pretty sure I don't want to know more
because there's a other side that's just, it's wild shit, but there's a fetish where people, it's consensual, where you make somebody go down on you and you do it until they throw up. Yeah. Has that ever happened to anybody in the chat?
I don't. Okay. Sorry, I brought this up. My bad.
Yeah. Look, for once I didn't. I'm just expounding on it.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Yeah. If I can find the exact track that I was talking about, I will, but that's about it. I'm done. Childish Gambino drops some new music.
Nice pivot, nigga.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you.
That, you know what? He don't get enough credit. He really is multifaceted, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, he's a good actor. He's funny, and he got some fire ass songs. Cause Feels Like Summer and Redbone, those are classics to me.
Redbone is everything.
Yeah.
No, he's a genius. I would give him that. Like, he's brilliant.
Yes, he's a genius. Atlanta.
He's also a little odd. You know what I mean? In that genius
he
way.
Is. Well, he got clowned. I think I mentioned this to y'all before, but there's a YouTuber who I love called, I think it's FD Signifier. He's got multiple channels, but he had, in my feed, it basically had a caption, and it said, "Can you tell if a nigga will date outside of his race by his hairline?" And they had Childish Gambino, they had Neil deGrasse Tyson, they had Chiwetel Ejiofor, they had John Legend. Nigga, gagging. And it's like they all sitting around as him and his friends, and they all like, I don't know, but the shit was hilarious.
Ooh.
The shit was hilarious.
Ouch.
Trish said, no, it's never.
Well, they're responding to that whole dog fetish ball.
I know. Yeah. I'm not gonna expound on that. We're moving on.
Yeah, we are. We should.
Thanks for y'all comments, though. Yeah, it's a thing. Look, I done lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It's all right. Look, speaking of artists, Anita Baker. So Anita Baker is supposed to have a concert over in Atlanta over Mother's Day weekend. This happened, and she's been canceling shows, right? Like I keep hearing about, I keep seeing on the timeline. All of us of a certain age love us some Anita. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. So this particular cancellation, thank you, Bossip, is a bit more bizarre from them. Some reports claim that the singer also failed to show up for the sound check, and so may have not even ever been in Atlanta, right? Because everything it was canceled at the last minute. Like cats had walked into the arena, right, or wherever it was, wherever the concert was happening. So you see them walking out.
Yes,
and you know how we do. I sent you and Danielle that one.
oh yeah. I mean, I could pull up the Bossip thing. We could play a couple of them if you like. Okay, so they might get us because they playing I Apologize in the background at the best one, but we just go take their chance because it's just it's golden. Because I say when black women start calling each other bald headed, you know fuckery is about to follow that comment. Yeah, so here we go.
I'm pissed. Anita bald-headed ass, they canceled the concert. I've been waiting for her since January. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert. Look at us. We all standing out here ready, wait. And her bald-headed ass canceled the concert last minute. Pissed, Anita.
Wait. Anita Baker canceled a concert on Mother's Day weekend in Atlanta, minutes before the show was supposed to start. And it's a picture of Luther with his hand to the forehead.
Now y'all know why Luther's image is there. Luther and Anita went on tour and did not get along. They could not stand each other. Oh my God.
Let me say hi to London, even though thankfully she cannot hear because we talking crazy. But apparently she typed no or she typed something. Danielle, tell London we said, hey, what's up, girl?
Yes.
Tony said them ATL niggas was beyond hot. I was getting alerts, both news and ATLians. I knew when it got canceled. I don't even live there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this was the other thing. So this is the other part of it that what made it a little crazy is that Lettucey, singer Lettucey,
I love Lettucey
because I do too. She posted herself being given an honorary doctorate from Berkeley College hours before. She thanked Anita for sharing words during the ceremony. Along with that legend and MC Light. Berkeley College is in Boston. Okay, like
Anita was not in Atlanta. She was not there. She was not there. No, this the one you sent us.
Okay, so this one says, y'all, Anita Baker canceled her show minutes before it was supposed to start. And my auntie, who's at the arena for the show, texted the family group chat and said, this is why she always getting cheated on. She's an unreliable bitch.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even talk right.
So another tweet that I saw said, if I could just be in the crowd as people are walking out and be like, oh, what happened? So that they can just go off. And then be like, no, she didn't.
They said, and y'all remember the last time Anita was spoken about in a negative light was when she got into it with Babyface. Babyface said, I won't be able to perform. And he alluded to, like, Anita showed up a little late. She needed time to set up, and that was going to cut his set short. And then Anita went off. And I'm just like, as soon as I saw that story, I'm like, this Anita's fault.
Okay.
A Babyface don't fuck with nobody, and Anita has this diva reputation. So here we go. They said Babyface somewhere laughing his ass off right now, saying, I told you niggas.
Basically. Truth, maybe she was caught up in the rapture of love. Also, Column said, per Dion Cole, these vintage women don't do day and night events at once. Facts. Truth there. So, on Twitter at Ola's Truth _Truth said, potentially giving her some grace. I don't know too much about why Anita Baker keeps canceling shows. Maybe I want to give her a grace because I've heard rumors about her health worsening. And then somebody said many Asian and disabled artists are forced to work in old age, not because they want to, but because they have mounting bills. I don't know. I just would, if you're going to keep canceling them, because that's not a good look. So if your health ain't where it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for you if that's the case, but that don't justify, if you're not in good health, then don't tour. Because if you can't do the show, you're not going to get paid. In fact, if you cancel, I'm sure there's some sort of infraction. You creating a bill if you cancel shows.
These are the things, right? And then also, like, you was in Boston and supposed to make it to a show in Atlanta. Like, I mean, I know, you know, private jet, whatever, but that's a lot. That's in one day, that's a lot. And I'm younger than you. Like,
I wouldn't. No, fuck that. I'm not doing two things at the same day. It's like, yeah, we gonna have to move some dates around, or I'm gonna do the or I'm a video phone my black ass into Lettucey's ceremony. I'm Anita Baker. I'm busy. I love me some Lettucey, so I'm on the webcam, right? Hey, Lettucey, congratulations, girl. I got all these niggas waiting. I'm in Atlanta. I don't want to die, so I'm going to perform.
Not I don't want to die. Oh, Jesus. Another one of our illustrious singers, Mary J. Blige. So the headline is Mary J. Blige alimony pissed her off, so she created Strength of a Woman Festival. So y'all remember 2017, well, the album 2017, Strength of a Woman, was inspired because she had to pay her trifling ass ex a shit ton of fucking alimony. And I get it.
Yeah, can do, right?
Yeah,
That his name. Yeah.
This happens in reverse, right? Like, but it is one of those where when the ex-spouse is just trifling, like another level of trifling, it just cuts different. It just hurt.
And also, I mean, when all was said and done, the way this story played out, I remember it like it was emblazoned in my brain because it's Mary, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's always like, Mary put out her best music when, you know, when she was with Kendu, that's when the Breakthrough came out, and that was her comeback album. That was a comeback album for her. So she was happy. Kendu did Be Without You was the first single off the album. Kendu did the remix. So she was happy. You know, she was looking good. Everything seemed fine. And then apparently they had an artist they were working with. The artist's name was Starshell. And Kendu started fucking her, allegedly. And yeah, and it was like, okay, it wasn't just like it was messy. It was messy. It was real messy. So
didn't he have light skin eyes? Didn't he have light eyes? Oh
yeah, he got green eyes.
Yeah. See,
look. He dark brown with green eyes. You know that stands out.
Was he dark brown? For some reason, I had brown skin. I don't give a fuck.
You know what? I shouldn't say he dark brown. He's brown. He's brown with these strikingly olive green eyes. Like he got the same eyes Eric Sermon got. Like, yeah, it's crazy. That shit stands out.
Not to discriminate against light-eyed niggas, but I wouldn't have trusted that motherfucker. We wouldn't have got married. Not without an ironclad prenup. Money if something go left.
That's the thing I don't understand. I don't know why Mary didn't get a good prenup, especially based on him, you know, allegedly cheating on you. The nigga married you, cheated on you, and then took your money. That feels like premeditated. You know what I mean? That feels like criminal activity.
Just the bad financial advice that a lot of Black artists get or don't. I'm sorry, they don't get sound financial advice early on. I think everybody's doing a little bit better nowadays because there's a lot more information. The cats are like, so I ain't gonna make that mistake. So you know, there's that.
At least have a cheating clause in there. Like, I mean, hey, you know, I ain't gonna hold you to task for everything because marriages fall apart. But if you cheat on me, you ain't getting shit. At least put that in there. You can't. If a nigga say I ain't signing that, it's like, okay, then we not getting married, nigga. You saying it? You might cheat on me. I'm not gonna cheat on you.
No. No. Also at this stage, you know what? Let me not. Focusing. Okay, so 2017 album was called Strength of a Woman. That inspired her to create a Strength of a Woman festival and summit. So this was his third year. And this year was in Atlanta. This year was in New York. Last 2 years it was in Atlanta. So there was a Saturday concert at Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. which featured Jill Scott and also 50 Cent. I'm like, Strength of a Woman. 50,
that's the first thing popped in my head. Why the fuck is 50 at the Strength of a Woman? Come on now.
I know. I was
his
like,
he's literally suing his baby mama for defamation. He sues all the women he's ever been with, allegedly. Might just keep this motherfucker up the rest of the night. Yeah, when I saw he was suing Daphne, I'm like, you gotta sign with her. Like, you gotta work this shit out behind the scenes. But she did have some strong accusations. She said he raped her and I think put his hands on her. So
yeah. So Mary says she drew inspiration from the Essence Festival, which has, been a New Orleans mecca for a Black female fellowship for years. True. And like, that's actually, I think the last time I saw her live was at Essence, and fucking amazing. She said, I've done the Essence Festival so many times, I can't even count. And she said, I appreciate them for just being, calling on us at times when we didn't even know people still liked us anymore, which, girl, come on now. We down for you. Yeah. Also participating with Robert Glasper. That was on a Friday night event. And then Sunday.
I love Robert Glasper. I wasn't into him at first because it felt like adult contemporary music. But then I started seeing him featuring Mac Miller and Brandy and shit. I'm like, I fuck with Robert Glasper.
Yeah, very versatile. Love him. And then Sunday was the Clark sisters, who I absolutely adore.
Yes.
And then Sunday afternoon, there was an actual summit at the Glass House in Midtown. So Taraji was there, Tasha Smith, who was on Empire with her, Marseille Martin.
Tasha Smith is fucking crazy, nigga. Tasha is crazy. in the best way, in the best Black way. Her energy is just like, when she walk in the room, all the oxygen is going in her mouth. This is her. It's all eyes on her.
This is true.
Yeah.
Tony's comment, Black folks get bullied out of prenups by a lot of people around them. I heard a baller say that the pastor was holding him to tax because he wanted her to sign it. I mean, you're not wrong. So no comment.
If you got a lot of money, you need to have a prenup, and the person you're marrying shouldn't have no problem signing it. I stand by that. If you sit there and say, well, blah, 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 it's like, you don't have shit to lose.
No.
You don't have shit to lose. It should be there. At least, at the very least, what you brought into the marriage should be protected. If y'all build a foundation together, then that should be split. But especially, the thing for me, this idea that, because the three that stand out are Mary, Hallie, and Tony Braxton.
Oh, God.
So the reason that it's not the same, because men will be like, y'all getting a taste of what we've been having to deal with. It's so much harder for Black women out here. So if you're a Black woman and you amass wealth, you are in a much larger minority than Black men who are wealthy. So y'all got to protect. Once y'all get it, y'all got to fucking protect it. Fuck these niggas. Fuck that shit.
Facts on facts. So when I was younger, I kind of bristled a little bit at it. But as I got older, I was like, that's cool. I get it. Also, after I went to law school, I was like, that's cool because I'm going to hire me an attorney.
Right.
Make sure this is drawn up properly.
Yeah.
But I will say also, as I got older, I was like, I don't have a problem signing a prenup. Like I said, I'm just going to make sure it works how I need it to work.
Yeah, I would. And usually, in most cases with a prenup, if it doesn't work out, usually the prenup is designed to protect the other person's assets. But usually in a prenup, if y'all not together, you get some sort of payout. You ain't getting all the person's money. I mean, I've seen a lot of prenups that are set up that way.
You negotiate properly, because I don't know what the fuck Ashley did with her white man. Girl, Ashley, who was representing you? Because you did not come up, girl, and you got 2 kids.
I guess you have to intend on actually divorcing for that to work, because she's still married to that man, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is why she's still married to that man, because she filleted herself. And look, why she ain't in no rush to get a divorce, girl? I'm not mad at you. She is.
I mean, look. These days, hey. You know, the gays are the masters of this. You can design your own fucking situation. Stay your ass married and fuck whoever the fuck you want to fuck until you get it figured out, girl. That's what you need to keep doing.
And again, the number of marriages of people who are still married, because the finances, like if they separate, it's just like, I ain't trying to go backwards in terms of my like lifestyle. So, hey, we just gonna figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, also Colin mentions Sherry Shepherd still paying millions to her exes. Well, plural. You can't make the same mistake twice now. Come on.
Yeah, and
really?
Sherry got that unique situation where Crescent frozen on my end. Hopefully it unfreezes in a second. Yeah, there it is. Oh. You back.
Okay.
Sherry has that unique situation where the husband took his sperm, they got a third-party egg, put it in a surrogate, and then while she was pregnant, the husband, I think, allegedly was fucking around. The surrogate has the baby. They divorcing. He wants child support and alimony, and that baby is not biologically Sherry's. I don't even know if Sherry has ever met that child. That's terrible. I feel so bad for her for that situation. That's terrible.
Also, I'm going to highlight Danielle's comment real quick. She's like, hell, even if you don't have a lot of money, you should get a prenup. Facts. It's our business agreement. If shit goes left, this is the shit that happens, right? No drawn out divorce. Definitely that. Because again, once you get to be a certain age, they're like, look, if this shit ain't working out, it ain't working out. I'm not trying to stay in some shit that ain't working for either one of us. Fuck it. Let's figure this out. Everybody go their separate ways.
Life hard enough.
Too short.
And these days, like, you don't know what could happen. You trying to diversify your portfolio, shit going left. At least if you lose, you know you lost on your own terms, not because some nigga got your ass. I would look, this is when I be hearing it when Snapped. That's when I knew Snapped was real. I'm like, you worked to accumulate let's say $20 million, and somebody come along, fuck you over, and take 10 of it. Yeah. Snapped. So cars might go, brakes might stop working on cars, houses might catch on fire. I don't know. And
again, this is also equally for men. I'm not, look,
yes.
nobody wants you caught out there either, like in a trick bag. Speaking of something that might happen to somebody, I'm not saying something would have happened to Kendu had it been me, but them eyes might not look the same. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know how that would have went down, but because I went away to school and I came home. I was like, Mommy, we don't live in the hood. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you think. So, my upbringing, I was like, you know what? You right.
Yes.
Okay. Roach, who is Zendaya's designer, but he's also a bunch of other people's designer, but I'm just gonna say him and Zendaya, they like this. I love him. So we got a couple videos. So he did design her for Met, but he designs her usually for everything. He had taken a break, but he was like, I'm still fucking with Zendaya because that's the homie, right? And he's been styling her since she was 14. So there was a Cutting Room Floor podcast interview. He's back. He took some time off, about 7 months or so, and he talks about it. Not in the video that we have. You want to pull up the first one.
I'm gonna pull up the first one.
He talks about another interview. So he's making the rounds. He's doing a lot of interviews right now. Oh, so one thing he said was, it is important for people before you hit play. He's like, it's important for, people to take a break. He's like, maybe not as dramatically as I did it.
Yeah, because he said he was retiring, I believe. He said he was done.
He did. And look, as he would say, he went full cunt. He was like, I'm out.
What? Who was his big? Was it Megan? It was somebody really big. He had somebody that was that I always associated him with, and that I can't remember who it was because I remember it was somebody big he worked with. He was still cool with them when he retired, but then it was somebody else who he had a falling out with, and I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I know he also does Celine Dion, but that's not who he had a falling out
this was a black artist I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so if one of y'all fashionistas in the chat, if you know, let us know. But all right, I'm pulling up some stuff, but go ahead, you can play.
All right, here the first one.
Out comes Zendaya again.
In the second look.
Which was John Galliano for Givenchy.
No, this was
so now that was a vintage piece.
Yes, it was.
And did you find that at Lillian C?
I did.
You did?
I did, yes I did. With Rita and Michael. And it was such an incredible experience to go. They're such historians.
Right.
And I took Zendaya, I found the dress haphazardly. And took Zendaya to show it to her, and we tried it on and fell in love with it, and she bought it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she bought it.
Oh, we buy it. Yes.
Wow. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah, well, not for us, because how we look at it is that we're really supporting small businesses.
Right.
And I think it's unfair to borrow things from people who use those clothes as their livelihood.
Right.
Okay, I do have the second one too.
Yeah, no, that was the second one because I wanted to do the first one, which is him talking about the designers. So.
Oh yeah, I have both. I just played them out of order. I have the other one. This is the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. So this is him talking about very early on and him reaching out to the designers to work with Zendaya, and they told him no. So. Yeah.
Okay, let me go up a little bit. There we go.
And I would write the big five. I would write Saint Laurent, Chanel, Gucci, Valentino, Dior. And they would all say no. Try again next year. She's too green. She's not on our calendar. Like, I still have all the receipts. I still have everything. By the time she had got to American Vogue, she still had never worn any of those designers. She still hasn't. She only wore Valentino when she got a Valentino campaign.
No. That can't be right. She had never worn any of those brands.
In an editorial, yes. But on a red carpet, she still has never worn Dior on a carpet. She still has never worn Chanel on a carpet. She has still never worn Gucci on a carpet. Any press, any appearance, never. Never. The first time she wore Valentino in public is when she had a contract. So when I said, if you say no, it'll be a no forever, that rang true for a long, long time.
I love him. I love him so much. Woo. Like, if you say no, that's going to be a no forever. And yes, we buy. I love him so much.
Yeah, and somebody clarified with the we buy thing when somebody pointed out, but she still wore the designer you said she don't fuck with. And the person, what they clarified and they said, they've bought it from a vintage shop, so that small business owner at the shop benefited and got exposure for having addresses in that. So that's completely different.
Yeah,
that's completely different. Yeah,
and because a lot of times what happens is the dress is borrowed and it goes back to whomever they got it from. And now, granted, somebody pointed out, then it can actually get resold because it's like, so and so appeared on the red carpet in this. But at the same time, like if you can afford it, you can hook up that small business owner with a big purpose, right? So he's like, yeah, no, we buy. I love him.
Yeah, my only concern, my only concern is, and I'm sure they move. I'm sure if he says something, Zendaya is aware of it. It's just this is unusual for a designer to speak on an art. So it's almost like when he says something, Zendaya said it. That's my only. That's the only thing that concerns me a little bit. But he seems like he knows what he's doing. So I don't even know why I'm worried about it.
But also, I think it's the relationship that they have. Like I said, he's been designing her since she was 14. Yeah. And he clearly has believed in her from the very beginning when other people weren't fucking with her, right? So I'm sure she's like, whatever law says, yeah, that's us. That's me. We believe that. So, because Zendaya seems, she's loyal. There's one of her friends who's in the camp. He used to live near me, so I would see him out all the time. But like, her people are her people. Her day ones, she keeps them like with her. So love that. So he's designed Bella Hadid. He did design Megan.
Megan was the one that I was thinking of. I think that may have ended badly. I'm not 100% certain though.
He did Lindsay Lohan. I'm sure that was only one time. Sorry.
Y'all better leave Lindsay alone. She was on the Redemption. They were showing old clips of her, like when she was on David Letterman, the way they used to treat her. It was bad. It was bad. So did y'all see though? She did get. Lindsay got a contract to do a Lifetime movie, I think, about a year or two ago, and she looked really good. She looked really good. Looked like she getting it together.
I want nothing but the best. It's just when, it's like she seems like she's gotten it together and you see an image or she out there in these streets doing all types of wild shit. I'm just okay, girl, come on now. I think he styled Kerry Washington for something. So yeah, but this is before he was like, I'm retiring, I'm done.
Yeah.
And now, like I said, he's back. He's doing interviews, you know, making the rounds. There was something else. Oh, Jason said Law dressed her to death. His own suit didn't even fit right. Don't say that.
Oh.
Look, shade.
Nigga, that hair was laid though. His hair stay laid.
Okay, so because I'm now like stalking him kind of on like online, I saw another interview where somebody was like, "But when does the wig come off?" He goes,
"That's not a wig."
He goes, "What wig? Do you see lace? What
That's
wig?"
not a wig. That's his hair.
He literally goes, "What wig?"
Yeah, and see the one. I get it in entertainment. It would be different if his hair changed back and forth. Because, you know, black women do that. Black women will come up, they'll have the short hair, and then they'll get a weave for a different event or whatever, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But his hair has been long. He always just had that look. I know you could tell that's his hair.
I mean, look, I didn't give a fuck. Like, how you gonna roll up and we talking about when does the wig come off?
It's not.
Yeah. Stop it. Ew, gross.
Yeah. Don't. If it's not a gay black man with a history of wearing wigs, assume that it's his hair. Do you do that to white men who have long hair? You assume they wearing a wig. Stop doing it. Niggas can grow hair.
Please stop. Also, look, in another interview, he talked about why he decided to give like basically cunt all the time because he was like, I don't want to be invited anywhere. So if I'm just basically like evil and like,
yeah,
he talked
he's
about
not
that.
An industry person. Yeah, not at all.
And he said, he's like, when people get to know me, they're like, oh my God, you're like so nice and so chill. And he said, people have been like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell. He's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
He'd be a good person to kiki in a house party situation with 7 people there. And you just watching the red carpet at the Oscars. Bitch, I would live just to be there and say, see that right there? Let me tell you the story about that dress.
Antoine, I've been out here too long. I don't care about a lot of people to run up on. But if I'm at a party and he's there, I'm turning into like a little bit of a crazy person. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it was, how do you say her name?
Priyanka.
Thank you. She was the one who got a falling out with him. You know what? I could see that. It was somebody else's name that I'm drawing a blank on that she said, okay, that's the one at the Beef with Law. She said he made side shaming comments about her, but it sounded like a misunderstanding and that he quit right after styling Megan. That's why I thought
he had a falling out with Megan because he retired right after Megan. Because I think, I don't think he's a hairstylist, but he had something to do with, because Megan used to have that beautiful mermaid hair. I love them green, them multicolored wigs that look like fucking Jolly Rancher candy and shit. I love those on black girls, and I think he had something to do with that. But yeah,
interesting. Yeah, I can't remember. There was another comment, somebody else. I think that I had him associated with, but it's not coming to me. So we'll be moving. on.
Also speaking of Megan dropped a new single called Boa. If you get a chance, listen. I listened to it. It wasn't bad. So, yeah. Oh, yes. It came out 2 days ago.
Yeah, sorry. I was probably still listening to Not Like Us. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to you. I promise. All right. Cranky Clarence. Look, somebody could dress him, but ew, gross. Like, why would you? Just put him in a fucking Satan outfit because that's what he is. So, Uncle Thomas is... he deserves all the scorn, Antoine, and you know this. So he was at the judicial conference Friday that said, and he talked about he and his wife have faced nastiness and lies over the past several years and called DC a hideous place. Leave! Good motherfucking bye. I will help you pack up your shit, and I don't want to be anywhere near you. Trust me.
I think John Oliver said he would pay for it if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah.
I believe he did. So he spoke at a conference that was attended by judges, attorneys, and other court personnel in the 11th Circuit, which hears federal cases from Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. So he was with his people, okay? And he made the comments pushing back on his critics in response to a question about working in a world that seems mean-spirited. Motherfucker, you dismantling Roe v. Wade was beyond mean-spirited. So anyway, he said, I think there's challenges to that. We're in a world, and certainly my wife and I, the last 2 to 3 years, it's been just the nastiness and the lies. It's just incredible. But you have choices. You don't get to prevent people from doing horrible things or saying horrible things. But one, You have to understand and accept the fact that they can't change you unless you permit that. Okay, so you saying things are lies? Motherfucker, did that dude not lace you with all that money? Did that dude not buy your mama house? Did that dude not like get you the money to get the RV? Did your wife not have something to do with January 6th? Where's the lie? Please show me where the lie is, sir.
Your wife is literally, I mean, both of you are destroying lives, but yeah, if you want to talk about lies, the conspiracy theories that your wife pushes, those things hurt people.
Okay.
They hurt people. So yeah, fuck both of you. That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. Like,
straight
come on.
delusional. Like, again, but nobody's in his face, like, straight up asking, where is the lie? Sir, please show me. Please show me where the lie. Where it lies. So he continues. They don't bomb you necessarily, but they bomb your reputation or your good name or your honor. Sir, you ain't got no good name. You ain't got no honor. Please stop it. And that's not a crime, but they can do as much harm that way. Then he says, I think what you're going to find, especially in Washington, people pride themselves on being, it's a hideous place as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's a hideous place.
Who is this man? Am I like delayed?
Whenever it happens, it catches back up, so you're good.
Okay. He said why he likes the RV is you get to be around regular people who don't pride themselves on doing harmful things merely because they have the capacity to do it or because they disagree. No, they out here burning flags and trying to like overthrow the government. Are those the regular people you talking about?
Because you know the regular people he talking about are white people. You know that's who he talking about.
You know what's funny is this last thing he said was a substantive thing in the way in which I don't want to ever agree with him. And it's interesting that he said this. So he said he believed that it's important to use language in court rulings so the law is accessible to the average person.
I did agree with that.
I'm gonna circle back to that. He said the regular people, I think, are being disenfranchised sometimes by the way that we talk about cases. You know who's been disenfranchised? Women, you asshole. That's who's disenfranchised.
Yeah.
Let me go back to what he meant, that statement. You know what? Yes, I can agree with that. However, I will also say this. He's the weakest link on that court. Yeah, I said it. You want to talk about affirmative action? You are the worst case example of it, sir, because you never deserved to be there, ever. You did not have the intellectual acumen. You did not, still do not. So, yeah, you know, your briefings are actually kind of pretty, like, fucking easy to read because you ain't got the same intellectual prowess as some of these other cats.
Yeah.
So, look, maybe that's you talking for yourself. I wish, you know, my colleagues would dumb it down a little bit for me.
He's a Herschel Walker, you know, and that's really disgusting. Or Tim Scott. It's like you get to say you appointed a Black Supreme Court justice, but I mean, in the words of Kendrick, he not like us.
Oh, look,
these niggas are not like us, and it's insulting to us that you take the outliers from African American culture and you give them these positions as if they are representative of us and they couldn't be further away. There are white men we would have celebrated over.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it ain't just color. It's
that's the thing. The documentary on him is so revealing. Like it is. It spells out and you see how exactly he landed into becoming the monster that he is, just broken inside. And I'm like, I'm sorry you was called Blackie and all types of names and you couldn't figure out what group you belong into. And then the racist white people embrace you and you were like, oh, I'm gonna tap dance for them because they take me as I am. No, pawn. You're a pawn for them.
He did the part, if you can find in your heart, the part about him speaking like that language, is it called Gully? I forget what the name of it is.
Gullah Geechee?
Gullah Geechee, yeah, Gullah Geechee, yeah. Okay. So, because I watched part of the documentary, or at least one of them, because I've seen a couple of them, but when they talked about him coming from that background and being made fun of, and he didn't know how to process that, it really speaks to, that's why to a certain extent, I have a little bit of sympathy for him because you need someone to help you navigate those waters so that you don't start to engage in what has come of this?
So he clearly internalized a
That's
bunch
what
of,
I mean.
hate. And but also his father or his grandfather, because I think he got raised by his grandparents. The upbringing was a little not quite stable, and somebody was like a tyrant in his orbit. And so like he sadly, that did not help him out. And then he just didn't fit in. He just couldn't figure out like who he really was going to gel with. And you could see him trying. And then, just like I said, the white people were like, "You can come over and sit at our table because we need a speck of dirt over here to make it cool." You know what I'm saying? That we okay with black people. But this is the documentary that came out last summer. Because I remember I was in DC when I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, this is illuminating."
I didn't know any. I was completely ignorant. I just, we tend to, when somebody moves that way, I don't want to say we demonize them, but it's like you really don't care to know their background because what you're doing is so serious and has such a detrimental effect on black people in general. It's like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing that should have transformed you into somebody who moves like this. But when I saw it, I understand how we got here.
No, I agree. I do. I understand how he became who he became.
Yeah.
Hey, is this a new viewer? Hey, colleague Malika, is that it?
Hey,
that's how comic book villains are born. I know that's right.
You are gorgeous. I don't want to reduce you to beauty, but I ain't never met you before, so I'm just going by this. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Hey, Karen. Karen said I almost missed the whole show. Hey, you just go back to the beginning. After we're done. Wrap up.
Karen be wanting to engage. She be wanting to engage in the fuckery in the chat. That's what she missed.
Wait, look, we know how the militia get down. Y'all lit. Y'all stay lit, and we love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, just to be clear about when I'm talking about Clarence Thomas' intellectual acumen, is because, and here's one of those times when I will go ahead and speak on it. I went to law school. I went to a very good law school, University of Pennsylvania. I still owe them a lot of fucking money. Okay, so. In my constitutional law class, we have to read a bunch of common law cases, right? Starting with Marbury v. Madison, the very, very first, when the Supreme Court got put together, first really big, important case. So you are reading cases throughout history under different chief justices, different eras, blah, blah, blah. You get to the Clarence Thomas era, and I'm reading, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to be a common law scholar. This I knew early on. But, reading comprehension is pretty strong. And I'm just like, some of these written documents are not like the others.
To use a word, are they basic? Basic, maybe?
I mean, not like, okay, you clearly know nothing about the law. I'm not saying that. But yeah, relatively speaking, yes, Antoine. Yeah. Yes. You give him basic, sir. Yeah. And you don't belong. Like, I remember reading, I was sitting in class looking around like, do y'all think I don't belong? What? And I wanted to, and it's funny because our common law professor, I don't remember his name right now, but he was dry, not personable, like not the dude. And I so wanted to be like, you see it too, right? But like he's not cool like that. So I just like, I'm gonna be easy because I'm like, maybe he think I don't belong here, so I'm gonna just chill out. But I was like, you not on the same level. You should not be here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Black Twitter documentary, which I have not watched yet. Antoine, have you watched it?
Me neither. I'm definitely going to, and I didn't realize it was another one. I'm gonna watch both of them.
Oh,
if towards the end of the article, they actually admit that this was created as a type of update to the original one that aired in 2017. Oh. It was somebody else did it, but they were like,
it's a series. That one.
They were, I think so, because they were like, it's a new take because. So much has happened since then because of Elon and a bunch of things. So they basically did an update of it.
Yeah. So I haven't either. I've heard mixed things. But just what it did remind me though of is some of the classic moments from Black Twitter. Like I think Antoine and I are on the same page here. Paula's best dishes. Antoine, we got it not tonight because we don't have time, but look, I mean, Ku Klux Klan dyke bars, fresh candy, honey bunches of ropes. Y'all, that Paula Deen recipe era was unparalleled. And then some of the more recent ones were remember when all black people getting superpowers?
Yes.
Wait, first, there was a couple. Oh, the Gorilla Glue Girl moment was huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, the girl who was the stripper who wrote the story.
Zola.
That was a big one.
Zola's the one who kicked off Threads because nobody was doing that before that happened.
Yeah.
Not on that level anyway. I'm gonna get to that, Danielle. Definitely. Thank you for reminding me. And then the other one was there was one other one I was gonna mention tonight. I can't remember, but just Versus.
That's because Versus happened because of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. It's unfortunate that because I couldn't tell you what happened because I remember I think they sold it or whatever, but it really should have just stayed with two niggas in their living room like Erica and Jill. That was when it was at its best. When they started having stages and shit, motherfuckers, Eve was in London versus Trina. Trina had a different stage. I'm like, this is not the spirit of the original situation.
No, it went someplace else. So, because I want to highlight a couple more comments, but before I do, Paula's best dishes. I found a couple more. Dred Scott potato pie, Uncle Tomato soup. That's for you. Cotton picking fried chicken.
Oh my god.
White Devil's food cake. Back of the bus biscuits. Swing low sweet cherry pie. I love us. We're so funny.
Yes.
Oh my god. So that was a moment. Okay,
that was Jason's wife. Callie is Jason's wife. We got to remember her name.
Oh shit, gorgeous.
She looked different. She looked different in the picture. That's why I didn't recognize it because I remember the other picture.
Back.
Yes, thank you so much. It takes us 18 times to get the names and faces right. Just keeping it real. Crescent still be fucking up Column's name.
I said it right tonight. I've been saying it right because I think about it before I say it. Yeah. Right. So Karen said that so much explains why Clarence has such a big chip on his shoulder. Facts. Yeah. And then Tonya said, hell, his questions from the bench are lacking. Facts. He literally goes years without asking anything. He lets others do the heavy lifting and just writes just because. That part. And Colin just said, hurt other people. Facts. Mm-hmm. But with regard to catching the show at the top, Tony said, that's why my ass be here on time because the fuckery is entertaining. Thank you. Yes, Tony. Thanksgiving clapback was also dope as far as like Black Twitter historical moments. And then I want to shout out for Danielle. Danielle said she checked her student loan account and it was 0. Okay, President Biden. Damn. So this is why, please, let's keep this man in office for a bunch of reasons.
Oh, congratulations, girl. I'm waiting for that to happen to me. I'm late on my payments.
I mean, I think there are those who are like, I ain't gonna pay them no way. But I'm just saying now it's not even hanging over your head. So please, let's keep this man in office. I don't give a fuck how old he is. Okay. He's not a criminal. So let's do that. So Jason, we're just talking about the documentary, although maybe you were asking in the
I think
chat.
he was talking to people in the chat,
that part.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna y'all like the video. It's 9 niggas in here and only 6 likes. I'm gonna go ahead and just in case it is connected, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my internet speed to see if that helps with the issues we having. Because the platform claims that I have more than enough bandwidth, but because remember all the other fuckery. We got to get this shit fixed.
And also I have an Ethernet cord, which I had not been using because it had been fine, but I can plug that back in.
Yeah, because I know I am the hub, so everything comes to me. The reason I'm trying to, because the platform has not been helpful. When I rewatch, my video is always fine. So I don't know if it's a thing where it prioritizes mine, and then when it gets overwhelmed, it pixelates whoever is coming in. But I'm gonna go ahead and double my internet speed this week, and we'll see what happens.
Look, we bought bitch, niggas bought new computers for your shit, Evie Bucks. So I'm gonna need you to. What's up? What's up?
We're making this work. This is going to work.
Look, we have invested, okay? Not just our time. So again, just to repeat, Wednesday will be my last show for minimum of probably 2 weeks, possibly 3. We'll see. So just nothing super serious, but I do have a medical procedure I need to deal with, and I'm fine with sharing. Not too many details right this second, but I have fibroids and I gotta go. So I'm gonna go into the hospital, be there for maybe 2 nights, then I'm gonna come out, and then I gotta rest. So y'all need to support Antoine while I'm not here. There's gonna be a rotation.
It's gonna be fucking wild.
It's gonna be a rotation of our guests, co-hosts. Y'all know who y'all are. So yeah, when I email you within the next 24 hours, I need you to respond back to me because
I hope we still here. I hope we still here when you come back, Crescent, because you know me left to my own devices. It might get. I'm gonna try to keep it from getting too after darkish. I'm gonna try my best.
Lord help me. Just keep that allegedly running.
Oh, and look. I'm gonna have to make one of these for you while you gone. Remember the shit these niggas say while I'm hospitalized.
Okay. Also,
not reflective of Crescent Muhammad because I'm not here.
I was just about to say one that says Crescent is not here to co-sign or say no to this. So just we don't know where she's at. Yes, I know. I'm gonna miss you guys too, but I'm gonna lay my ass down so I can heal properly.
Yeah.
But yes, so the show must go on, which is what we do. The Man's Collective. We've been at this, okay, for a minute, and niggas need to. This gonna happen, okay?
Yeah. Take as long as you need.
Yes. So yeah, Mom's is coming to town on Wednesday, and we'll be posted up in the crib. So like the video, and I will see y'all. We'll see y'all Wednesday. And then wait, but we're not here Friday. Neither one of us.
Yeah, we're not, because I want to prep some stuff for what comes later, because I'm not. You're not doing any work while you're gone, so I'll be doing the show flow and shit. So yeah, I got to get my act together. Basically, I need to be a grown up. Crescent handles all the behind the scenes shit. I just the technical shit is the easy part. She comes up with the topics and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be a grown up while Mom is gone.
And look, I'm gonna say this with love. If the show don't start right at 7, just stay there, okay? Don't leave, okay? Hang out for like a minute or two, because
Crescent be ready to pull out a gun and shoot me in the forehead if it hits 7:01, nigga. So yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, are you okay? Are you alive? Was there an accident? What is happening? So that's all. I just need to know you okay.
We'll be good.
So okay, yes, but yes, we'll be here Wednesday. So come back Wednesday, and then thank you guys. I'm okay. Who's calling me?
She gonna be fine.
When niggas call during the show, you should be watching the show, okay? Like that's what should be happening.
One day last week, my brother said, "What time your show? I think I'm gonna watch tonight." I wanted to say, "Fuck you, nigga. I don't even want to be friends no more."
Oh my God.
I really felt that. At any rate. Okay, y'all. See y'all Wednesday.
Wednesday, 7 p.m. West Coast time.